I got a surprise for you guys. Here we go, step number one. Having fun out in the land. Loading the dozer. This one has wide tracks for softer ground, so since it's still a little mushy, we got the wider tracks out here. Looking forward to it. Dropping it down, here's the new culvert. I don't think I've ever seen that kind of trailer before where that wheel slides up. I have never seen that. Yeah, here she comes. We're gonna do some damage today. Cutting open a new driveway, the new beginning of the new adventure right here. Right, here's the before picture. This opening is only probably 1/10 of an acre. Got the dozer, we're gonna cut it open this way and that way, and we're gonna drop a watering hole right on the edge of that cliff right there. Should be a beautiful, beautiful setup. I'm thinking it shouldn't take that dozer maybe an hour-ish to get this whole project done. Right, for watering, you can't really see it, but right here there's a tiny runoff, and it runs right down this field and goes over that little cliff edge. I'll show you that. So here you can see where it starts eating away and running down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pile a berm right here on this cliff edge in a horseshoe shape so we can catch this water runoff from this incline, and it should hold water most of the year. He's working on where he's gonna pile a lot of it first to make an opening. And you can see she's still a little wet here. That's why we brought out the dozer with the wide pads. Right there. Elm don't want to go. All right, here's King Kong in the woods. Yeah, I love that movie. And that pile he's building has got to be already at least 12 foot high. You see it's higher than the cab of that thing. That elm is hanging on for dear life. Boy, that's a tough one. Too bad more people aren't that way. Just saying. Oh, there it goes, man. One tough tree, man. Oh, it's amazing the power that them things have. strategy talk with our dozer operator on how to finish this left side here, and we agreed to what he's going to try to do. But man, I just love this spot because back here, it's a bluff edge right here. So the thermals are going to be going this way in the evening, and it shoots down that way. So any west wind straight across or north wind, I can hunt. And you see all these big giant oaks here, so I can hunt this creek bottom with bucks hopefully traveling through there along the creek bottom, and then up on the top here I'll have the food plot. It ought to be a fantastic setup. It really should. I think this could be one of my best spots on the property if it works out like I think it will. All right, the first half is done. It's actually going to be a little bigger than I expected, but a little bigger is better than a little smaller. Now this is due north right here. We're going to push these cedars back about 10 to 15 yards, and then the watering hole is going to go right down in there. We're about an hour into it. It's taken a little longer, even the operator mentioned, because this area of runoff here was super soft. But over where he's at and where I'm at was nice and firm, so this only took a few minutes. Looking good. I love leaving for a half hour and then coming back and seeing it totally different. Check this thing out. All right, the opening appears to be all done unless I want them to go a little more over here. Okay, nice food plot opening, and now he's working on the watering hole, which is going to be a pond. Looking at the size of it, I mean, that's a big dozer there. That watering hole is going to be probably 30 foot across. Now I am having them cut a new road that's going to give me access to this food plot through cover and from the south, which is back this way. So we got this good sized creek. He's got to cut a ford in, which is basically just a ramp. And then you can see the light back there. That's the cornfield. So we're going to cut right through here, so I can come in here with the four-wheeler to check trail cams and in and out pretty easy. And there's already an access point up that direction, so I'll have at least 2 access points. Evidence that my theory is right. A cut branch way up there. When the outfitter ran this, they undoubtedly had a stand up there. To me, that's just too close to this crossing trail, but it confirms the intelligence that I've seen. Excellent. All right, and one back drag to smooth her down. There we go. Finishing touches on the pond. Oh, Jim, he's used to building farm ponds and not just a scrape watering hole, so this will be a farm pond basically. But once she's full, it ought to hold water year round. I want them to beef this side up just a little higher, because this is where the spillway was going to be. just that little section right there on the camera screen will get a lot of volume of water in the hole, because this is the low side over here. So he's going to beef up this little edge right here, the part of the horseshoe, just a little. But it's wet. He don't like it. It's too wet to really do what he wants. Finishing touches. All right, here's the finished product. We'll see if nature's going to be kind to us. There's a lot of rocks in there, and it's triple the size I wanted, but old Jim knows how to make a farm pond. So my food plot shrunk by 1/4. But if it fills up, it'll definitely be a year-round water source, and then I'll have a kind of a horseshoe-shaped food plot up there, and then down here where I'm standing, and then right down here to the bottom part right next to the ridge. I'll keep you posted. It's supposed to get rain tonight. We'll see what it looks like.